another element. Okay, fire.
Oh, fire.
Fire. So the week of October 21st, we're going to see what's coming out. First, what does Spirit want us to know? What does Spirit want for fire signs to know? Whoa. Wheel of Fortune coming flying across the room for fire signs. This is intended for this week. Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay, well, you have a lot of cuppage, a lot of cup action. Wow. This is really, you coming into a lot of depth this week of knowing what you want. Like, it's like, oh, I want to feel this, and really being into what you want to feel, what you want to experience, and having a lot of rewards, fire signs. Like, it's like you had faith, you said, oh, I think life could be better. I think life could be better. And then like something happened, something clicked with this Wheel of Fortune. This is like click, 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 something happened with the timing. And then you're like, oh, it just happened. My life is better. Like, you're looking around, you're going, oh, wow, it's here. Because you have this Queen of Cups and this 10 of Cups. And so all of a sudden, you're feeling it. You're feeling it within yourself. And then you're feeling it, starting to reflect in others. Because here, this 10 of Cups is pretty romantic because it is a couple. But the 10 of Cups is family and lots of people around you. It's like harmony and, just love everywhere you go. So because you've been loving to yourself, fire signs, now you're feeling that love reflect back to you, and that's beautiful. And so now you've gotten your confirmation. You've got, because that's happened, you've gone like, oh, that faith connection led to this. Oh, I got it. So now with the King of Wands, it's like, oh, you got it. It took you a while, but you got it. And now that you're seeing what you really wanted and what you asked for coming to you in this way that's very fulfilling to you on heart level, then you're like, more. I want more of that. That's good. Keep on that track.
Yeah. So fire signs, new beginnings. I'm seeing like everything has been kind of washed away. New things are sprouting and growing, which is kind of a springtime theme, which is odd to kind of feel springy right now, but that's really what I'm showing. And is that there's going to be lots of options that are open for you. And no matter, you can turn in 360 degrees, and no matter which way you turn, you're still going to get that new beginning. So there's no wrong direction to go. Just explore. You can go anywhere you want to go, and it's going to be brand new. Because now you're seeing things differently, and you've done all this stuff, and it's just like brand new anywhere you go.
So with that new beginnings, you're not going to believe this card that came out, but it's rebirth.
There you go.
And it's that Phoenix rising, and this is your time, and it's got fire like that King of Wands. So fire signs, just keep on following your guidance, that soul guidance and that passion, because it's going to lead to more and more and more fulfillment, more and more and more of that joy in your heart that you've been getting. So keep that up.
You said passion, and that's what I heard right before you said it too, is passionate. If you're passionate about something, go for it. If it feels good, go for it.
Okay. So let's do water signs next.
Life is good as a fire sign.
You what?
Life is good as a fire sign.
It is. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
We're going to do water? Is that what you said?
Yes, water. Water for this week. What would you like for water signs to know? So water signs, it's important for you to know that whatever steps you've been taking, you've been coming into your power in a big way, and it's very good for you long-term, what you've been doing. So this 10 of Pentacles is about long-term financial and real-world abundance, and what you've been doing as moving into this Emperor power, being aligned and knowing like, oh, you've moved into this new confidence, water signs, where you're like, I don't have to be at the mercy of other people. I don't have to be at the mercy of the situation. And because of that, it's really moving you very swiftly into that abundance, and you can relax and enjoy that, because the work that you needed to do to come into that was in coming into that, knowing that confidence and that power in that. Okay. So you do have the 5 of Pentacles, which is about feeling like you're leaving somebody behind in this, because you have the Chariot and then this, and this is talking about as you're moved into this confidence and you're like, oh, I don't have to be under other people. Well, then you're being carried way out of some situations, and some of them are giving you some sense of guilt. Water signs, there's some sense of like, but I'm leaving them behind, but what about them? And you feel painful over this because you have the King of Pentacles. So what is important to do as you face this Five of Pentacles energy of someone being left behind is to just remember that with the King of Pentacles, this is saying you have manifested this life. You have manifested this Ten of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles, which is basically you having everything you could possibly want. And, you know, so now you have to remind yourself with that Five of Pentacles that it is divine. It's you know, it's your soul path and the divine that came in and said, yes, water sign, it's your time to have all of this. So how could you feel guilty? It's kind of like if Santa brought you everything you could possibly want, you know, and maybe your sister isn't happy with what Santa brought her. It's like, well, I'm sorry, but it doesn't mean that, you know, you don't deserve the gifts that you were brought, you know. So it's like this sort of moving into that and having confidence. With that, what was the first? Okay, with the Emperor, it is important that Emperor keeps his gaze on the divine. So it is going to be important that you do that you stay in that strength, that you stay. That I'm getting some emphasis for you water signs on your solar plexus. So maybe Jen has something around that, but keeping that solar plex energy strong this week.
It's interesting. This rarely happens to where I just get one thing and it just keeps pounding over and over and I can't move past that to get anything else. So I don't know if this is going to be, it's obviously a confirmation or synchronicity for someone. All I can hear is that Tom Petty song, Free Fallin'.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, like that feeling of just like exhilaration and just like, I'm doing it. Mm-hmm.
Because I guess, you know, in that movie, Jerry Maguire, he was singing that song and he just like landed that big account and he was driving and the windows down. He was like all pumped up.
I think, you know what? I think it was when he actually left the big company. So he was like, that goes with that Five of Pentacles.
Yep. He left, energy. He wrote that like mission statement and then he left. And then he left the huge client.
Yeah. And then he was excited. And then he, wow, we know Jerry Maguire too well, but that is the energy because it's like you left that thing behind, but it's like you're exhilarated. So it's like just keep going and focusing. That's that Emperor energy, that Tom, you know, you can visualize that Tom Cruise scene if you need to.
Yeah. You know. But the fact that that's all I'm hearing and seeing is that's your message.
Yeah, agreed.
From my end.
Totally. And it's not wrong. Just know water signs that it's not wrong. If it was wrong, then, you know, it wouldn't have been something you manifested on your soul path. It's just not, it's not wrong. You wouldn't be receiving this message if it was. Okay. So, because you do have that sense of like, maybe I shouldn't be. No, you should. And you would know it. You would just know it in your gut. But
well, what's interesting too, being kind of heavy water in my sign, is I thought, well, that movie, after that, then it got bumpy.
Yeah.
And my mind wanted to go, oh, that could be bad. But then you have to step back and look at the whole picture. It ends beautifully.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So don't let that mind come in and go, yeah, but it ends beautifully.
Yes. And the whole movie, you know, all the bumps and stuff are valuable. So it's like, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So just know that that's a lot of pentacles for you to come into. So it's a good thing. All right. So next, let's do air signs. So this is for air signs for this week. What spirit would you like for air signs to know? What guidance? Well, air signs, you are abundant and victorious. It's success. And it's success. I mean, you can see her here. She's underwater, but looking up. So it's like in the midst of what you've been feeling and, you know, in the midst of the depths of things you've been moving through emotionally and in purging, you're still looking up. You're still looking toward your guidance and you're having faith that this abundance is coming in, and it is. And this is abundance with the fish in all forms, you know, money, love, joy. Okay, but you do have this Four of Pentacles. And in this deck, the Four of Pentacles air signs is this rabbit who's clearly been wounded. And he's really kind of clinging to what he has. And it can be a defensive energy because he's like, I don't want to be hurt again. I'm going to just, you know, move forward with what I have. And just determined, and I'm just heading forward. And it's interesting to see this. This is really cool because in the Six of Wands, she's underwater. And in the Four of Pentacles, he's above the water. So it's like there's the you that's going through things within. There's that, and then there's the you in your exterior that may be, it may be that you are putting forth, a little bit of a protective exterior because you're like, I'm doing all this and I can't let anything outside me take it, because the Four of Pentacles is kind of a clinging energy.
Yeah. Here's the oh, go ahead.
No, go. You go.
Here's the interesting thing about that Four of Pentacles card is it was a rabbit holding those pentacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that rabbit is clinging the pentacles. The interesting thing is when you look at that card, you automatically assume all the abundance is in the representation of the pentacles. But rabbits are also a symbol of abundance. So knowing, even if you drop one of those pentacles and it goes away, or you lose all those symbols of what you think abundance is, it's really knowing that you're the rabbit, all the abundance and all the manifesting and all the power and all of that fortune is in you.
Mm-hmm.
And that can never be taken from you. So that feeling that you might lose something is just an illusion, because it can't be taken from you, because you are, the abundance is through you, not in that physical representation.
Yes. And then also right now, air signs, it's very important for you to stay in a high vibration. Whenever I get this Three of Cups, it's Spirit saying, do what makes you happy, do what keeps your energy up, your staying above anything, anything with that Four of Pentacles. It might feel like this is coming at me, that's coming at me, I'm on the ocean, I'm being tossed around. Staying above that in your vibration, any way you can. So, whether that's more alone time or more time doing fun stuff with other people, or, just listening to meditations while you're at work, or whatever works for you, taking walks and stuff like that, just keeping that vibration up, and keeping, really the most important part of your vibrational setting is the thoughts that you're allowing yourself to have. So really kind of watching what kind of thoughts you're having. And then if those thoughts are negative, gently, moving them in another direction with that Three of Cups. And then and really not so gently, because you have the Queen of Swords also. And the Queen of Swords is just like, take no bullshit, from yourself or from anyone else. You are done with that. It's now time to be very, very clear and kind of merciless on what you're going to allow into your reality and what you're not, because that Six of Wands, that's how you get there with that successful, victorious abundance, is by being very clear and not, in air signs, it can be hard being up here and being a little bit, but it has to be very, very, cutting away anything that does not work for you.
Yep.
But yes to the gentle part too, because you do also have Kuan Yin, that's the goddess of nurturing. And, it's a 10, which is an ending and then a new beginning. So keep in mind, you are making a pretty big transition, from maybe not being so Queen of Swordsy, where maybe you had a lot of things going on in your world that some were great, some weren't great. Now you've got a lot of clarity. You've cut away, with that Four of Pentacles. It's like, this is what's important to me. You're very clear. So make sure in that transition that you're being very nurturing and kind to yourself, because that's a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some guidance for air signs this week is keeping that vibration up. It's going to be really important for you to raise the vibration of your home or your office space or wherever it is, or all the places that you're spending time, because those are physical reminders that are going to kind of ground you down in a moment to remind you of all of this. Put anything that raises a vibration in your home, bright colors, flowers, good music, anything that feels good to you, that is a physical representation that you can touch that makes you feel good. Earthly things that make you feel good. That's going to be really important.
Okay.
That means eating your favorite meal or whatever it is to you. But that's that comfort and nurture of home, of your workspace, even in your car. If you need to put something in your car, in your cup holder, to do that.
And also, you know, appreciating from a new depth those things in your environment that are already like that. Like you're laying in bed, you might not think a lot about laying in bed, but really feeling into, wow, my bed's clean, it's cool, it feels comfortable. Like the little tiny things that are really very luxurious that we take for granted, and really being gentle with yourself in that and going, wow, isn't it nice that even in the midst of everything that's going on in my life, I have this comfortable, you know, I'm not too hot, I'm not too cold, I'm not hungry, you know, just all those things. And really not in a you should be grateful way, but just in a this is nice kind of way. I can enjoy this.
You lose nothing of your air sign quality, dreamy power when you're grounded. It actually enhances this.
Nice. Okay, so earth signs next. Let's see. Here's the guidance for earth signs for this week. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, you have the Queen of Swords, earth sign. So you also have this clarity, and it's time for you also to, and this is pretty rare for you. I don't get a lot of Queen of Swords for earth signs, but yes, it's time for you to be mentally clear. And just like we just talked about, well, you might not have heard this part if you're an earth sign, but we talked about for air signs the important part of being kind of not no tolerance, but low tolerance with your thoughts. You know, like I am just not gonna what is the word? Entertain these thoughts, these negative thoughts anymore.
I'm not going to align with certain beliefs or allow certain things to happen any longer.
Yeah. Yeah. And not in a struggling way, but just in a, yeah, I'm going to shift to something else. I'm just simply not going to spend any more time on that or energy. You know, the stuff that doesn't make you feel good, because earth signs, you have the Four of Wands, which is, you know, you're ready to enjoy this place of home and harmony and peace. You're ready for some peace. And you're ready to be the guardian of that peace for yourself in a peaceful way. You know, you're ready to say, yeah, I do have, you know, the divine is giving me this sense of what's important to me and getting to enjoy that. And I'm ready to guard it. Okay. You do also, earth signs, have the Seven of Pentacles that came out in a pretty forceful way. And the Seven of Pentacles is, in the traditional deck, it's sort of waiting for the harvest. It's you see everything that you're about to pick and harvest and enjoy, but it's not quite time. And you know, in this deck, it's these raccoons squirreling away the things for the winter. Raccoons again. So yeah, Jen's like haunted by raccoons right now, but literally they're like staring in her door. Yeah, well, not literally, because they're real raccoons, not ghost raccoons. But yeah, they're.
Are they?
Well, who knows? Maybe literally. I said it, so it might be true.
I don't know. When I was surrounded by all of them in the front yard by surprise, they seem very real.
I know, they're real. So we're going to go in deep with this card, because this is really cool with the way it's depicted here. So it is still a delay, because these raccoons, I don't know why I'm saying it like that, fancy raccoons. Well, they are fancy. They have teeth.
Gucci raccoons.
They're raccoons, yes. But these raccoons, these critters, these coons, okay, are, I gotta southern it up now.
Yeah, you went too far on the eloquent way. You gotta southern that up.
Gotta go way the other way now. Now I'm a redneck. Okay, these raccoons are squirreling away these pentacles for the winter, knowing that the time will come to enjoy them. Okay, so they also do have tea. They have these teacups and a teapot in their little home on the shelf. And what this is telling me right now is that while you're waiting, while you're squirreling away, enjoy. You know, have a tea party. Enjoy your time right now. Enjoy your moments. You know, savor, because you are going. You have this. Know that you have it. You know, with Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles this way, you've got your home, your harmony. It's fine. It's there. You know, you just might.
These are seeds that have been planted a long time ago. And as being an earth sign, like some of these seeds, I think, were planted years ago.
Yes. And while it may not be time to dive in and sink your teeth into everything, you can still enjoy knowing they're there and you do have like your little tea, and you don't have nothing,
Just a little while longer. Be cool and enjoy where you're at. Be in the moment.
Yes, and one thing will help you with that is this Eight of Wands, looking at things from the higher perspective, the eagle's perspective. And with the Eight of Wands, that's about the divine, the messages that are being sent into you, and in the spirit life of so it's the spirit life of what is about to come into your reality. So right now it may still be a bit when I say manifested, I mean literally brought into physical form, but it's already manifested. You put the energy out there, it's coming in, but it's maybe still a bit coming into the physical form. And while it is, connect with it on the spirit realm. Even if it's a new job or new house, connect with it on that spirit realm. Be like, I feel like I already live here. I feel like I'm already working this job. I feel like I'm already in this relationship, whatever it is.
Act as if.
As if, yes. And act as if with a lot of clarity and a lot of, that's not part of my reality. Even if it is in your physical space, being like, that's not part of my reality anymore. I don't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of that Queen of Swords is kind of the cut the crap card.
And like, this old situation that I'm done with may still be popping up in my face every day, but it's not part of my reality because this is my reality.
Yep.
My new reality. And that's what I'm aligning with. And I'm no longer putting energy toward this old. And then soon it'll be right out of your physical reality. So then you have this inner child connection card. And again, you see two physical people kind of turned away from each other, not really embracing each other, but on the spirit realm, they are. So that's the same as this message from spirit, right now, and this reading is for this week. So right now it's time to focus on that inner energy, that higher energy, and let the physical do whatever it's doing, and just trust. So beautiful reading. And yeah, I'm glad we did those. That was awesome. So we will let us know how it resonates. We'll connect again soon.
All right. Have a good week.
For earth signs, did I cut you off?
No.
You're good. Okay. All right. Bye.